Hi, this is Toni Turner, and I'm really excited today because I want to tell you about something that could quite possibly take your trading to new levels you've only dreamed about before. Now, if you know me, you know that I'm always on the lookout for new and innovative ways to improve your trading. So please listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. What if there were a way to scientifically reprogram your brain to match the brains of the savviest, most successful traders of all time? Now, I'm talking about masters of the universe like Jesse Livermore, Richard Dennis, Paul Tudor Jones, Ed Seykota, Jimmy Rogers, and William O'Neill. These legendary traders and investors use their brains in a certain way to amass millions of dollars, and it's a way that 98% of so-called average traders are not taking advantage of. In fact, they simply don't know how to use their brains like superstar traders until now. And this is what I want to talk to you about today. You see, more advances have been made in brain science that are known as neuroscience in the last 10 years than in all of the science history before that. And one of the most exciting discoveries over the past decade has been in what's called neuroplasticity, which basically means that you and I can physically change or rewire our brains to do just about whatever we want them to do. And I happen to think this is so exciting. And that brings me back to my original question. What if you could scientifically rewire your brain to completely remove limits you have on trading? And what if you could discover exactly how to supercharge your brain to trade just like the most successful traders and investors in history? Well, I'm happy to tell you, now you can. And here's a quick story about what this is all about. Over a year ago, I met a woman at a community party, and I asked her what she did, and she said she owned her own neuroscience company. And I really liked her a lot, and since she is a neighbor, we decided to start taking walks together. So we would walk. She's a very bright woman. She would tell me, she'd talk all about the brain and the advances in neuroscience, and I, by the way, have been studying the brain for the last 3 years, and I think it's fascinating stuff, so I'm happy to listen about the brain. Also, she's very interested in the stock market, so she would listen to me talk about the stock market. So we kept on taking our walks together, and one day we were in what I'm going to call a Florida forest. It's behind our homes, and it's a forest of oak trees with a really wide path right through the middle of it. So Diane and I are walking on this wide trail through this forest. And as usual, I'm talking about the stock market. She's talking about advances in brain technology. And something occurred to me that at first I thought, oh no way, this is too remote. It's too bizarre. But the more I thought about it, the more I could not think about anything else. So I finally turned to her, and I remember stopping on that trail and turning to her and saying, Diane, you're always talking about how we can change our brains for the better. I'm always talking about strategies and investing and trading. Why couldn't we use your knowledge of changing our brain to think more positively? Why couldn't we use that knowledge to help traders and investors make far more successful decisions? And she looked at me And she said, we can. And it was that moment ago, over a year ago, it was that moment, I should say, over a year ago, when this whole idea was born, when it started, and when we started with it. So that's how all this came about. But there's a lot more to the story, a lot more. In fact, I just scratched the surface of what we have in store for you if you're interested in taking your trading to exciting new levels. Now, on March 22nd at 5 p.m. Eastern, Diane, who, by the way, is a psychologist, has her MBA and, again, a degree in neuroscience. So on March 22nd at 5 p.m. Eastern, Diane and I are going to hold a special online training session to give you a much more detailed explanation of this exciting new program. Now, this is one of the most powerful, innovative methods to improve your trading that I've come across in a long, long time. You're going to see what I'm talking about when you attend the online trading session. So that's all for now, but watch your email inbox for notice of the online event, and there will be a link to the live trading room. Hey, take good care, keep green on your screen, and I hope to see you in the March 22nd webinar.